Hello Year 1, I hope you are okay. We're going to have a look at some science today, and the science that we're going to have a look at is to identify similarities and differences between a variety of common animals. Shall we have a look at what we've got to do? So it says here, today we're going to have a look at things that animals have the same and things that animals have different. Can you think of anything that you have similar or different to a variety of common animals? So think about, I want you to compare yourselves, and I want you to compare yourselves with a frog, which is an amphibian. So pause the video now for me. Think of the things that you have the same as a frog, and think of the things that you have different from a frog, and then come back to me. Okay, I hope you thought of a few things. The things that I thought about, myself, so me or humans and a frog both have two eyes. They both have a nose and they both have a mouth. Now, that's all I could really think of that we have the same, because a frog has 4 legs, whereas we only have 2. They've got green slimy skin, whereas I haven't. And they lay eggs in the water, which I don't. So they're all a bit different, aren't they? So that was me comparing myself to a frog. I wonder what ideas you came up with. I wonder if you could let us know. That would be super. The next few slides, we're going to play a game. It's a matching game. And we're going to play 4 of these. And you've got some pictures. You've got some pictures of different things, of different animals. And you've got to try and label them, whether or not they are, we're going to think of BRAMF, so we're going to think of a bird, a reptile, an amphibian, a mammal, or a fish, okay? So you're going to link them to the correct picture. So let's have a look at the first one. Okay, so it says down here, can you guess which skin belongs to which animal type? Think BRAMF. There's a trick in here too. So pause the video here for me. You're going to have a go. Think about BRAMF, so birds, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, and fish. Can you link the skin type to the animal type? Pause here and have a go for me, see if you can match them up. Okay, I hope you had a good go at matching them. I'm going to have a quick go through them and see if I can match them up as well. I'm going to start with this one because we've just spoken about this one. In fact, we've just spoken about both of these. So we've just compared a frog and a human. Now, I know a human doesn't have slimy green skin, so I'm going to go for frog for that one. So that one, I'm sure, would be an amphibian. Whereas this one, I think, might be a human, which is a mammal. But the trick in here was there was another mammal. And other mammals, what kind of skin type do they have? Are they smooth? Are they scaly? Are they furry? Do they have feathers? I think mammals are furry, so I'm going to go for that one for a mammal. Next, I'm going to go for a bird. I think that one's maybe a little bit easier. And I know that a bird has feathers, so I'm going to go for that one for a bird. Now, the other two, reptiles and fish, are a bit trickier, aren't they? Because they're both scaly. However, this picture gives this one away a little bit because I can see a fin there, and I know that fish have fins, so I'm going to go for that one for a fish and this one for a reptile. Let's have a look at the next one. Ooh. So this one says, can you guess which skeleton belongs to which animal type? Think BRAMF. So birds, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, and fish. Have a pause here and see if you can link the skeleton to the animal type, and then come back to me. Okay, did you have a good go at linking those? I'm going to have a go. I'm going to start with the one that I think is maybe most obvious to me, because I know that this one is a human skeleton. This is what I look like underneath all of my skin and flesh. And there's some organs in there as well somewhere, because I've got 2 arms, I've got 2 legs, I've got a body, and I've got a head. So I know that that one is a human. I think this one's a fish, because you can still see it's kind of got a fishy mouth, but it's also got a fin at the back. So I think the fin might help it swim. I think this one might be a reptile, because it's still got a skeleton, it's got a spine, but it's got no arms or legs. So I think this one might be a snake, which is a reptile. I'm going to go to this one now. I think this one must be a bird because I can see a beak and I can see 2 legs. And if you look really closely, you can see here the wing bones, which means this one must be an amphibian. And I think this one must be either a frog or a toad. Oh, I wonder if you got those as well. Okay, the next one we're going to have a look at. Woo! Oh, I didn't edit that bit. Let me just change this quickly. These aren't skeletons, are they? It says here, can you guess which eye belongs to which animal type? Think Branthe. So again, we've got birds, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, and fish. I'm going to start with this one. And I can see some scales around the outside of this animal's eye. Now, it could be, if it's got scales, it could be either a fish or a reptile, but I'm also looking over here. This one's a bit of a darker picture. I'm not sure if you can see it properly. This one, to me, looks a bit more like a snake eye. So I think this one must be a fish. So I've got fish, reptile. This one looks more like a human eye, so I think that one must be a mammal. So that means I've got amphibian and I've got bird left. So I've got, where's my finger, this one and this one. Now this one looks like it's got feathers here, doesn't it? Around the eye. So I think this one must be a bird and I reckon this one must be an amphibian. Did you get the same? You'll have to let me know if you didn't. You'll have to tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, next one. This one says, can you guess which feet or thing that helps the animal move belongs to which animal type? So again, we're still thinking about Branthe. We've got birds, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, and fish. I'm going to start with this one because I think it's easiest. I think this one must be a fish because it's got the fins to help it move. So again, it says here, it doesn't have to be feet, does it? It's just thing that helps the animal move. So this one must be fin. So this one must be a fish. Next, I'm going to go with this one. And I think this one must be a bird because it's got the talons that help it hold on to the, well, wherever it lands. Also in birds of prey, it helps them pick up their prey as well. It might help them pick up a mouse or something. So I think this one must be a bird. Oh, this one. I can see some fur on the legs as well. So I think this one could be a mammal because it's got the pads on the feet. It looks a bit like a dog foot, but I think it's a bit big for a dog foot. It might be a lion. Golly. So we've got this one and this one left. Now, the thing that helps me with these two, I think this one must be an amphibian because it's got the webbed toes. I think it helps it swim underwater, and we know that amphibians live underwater and they live on land as well. So I think that must help it swim under the water, whereas this one looks like a little reptile foot. And the little pads on the toes help it grip to things. So I think that one must be a reptile. I hope you got those ones as well. Let's have a look then and see what we've got to do next. So it says, now we've looked at different parts of different animals, we're going to compare them. Can we fill in the missing gaps from these sentences? So it says here, a something and a something are similar because. And then it says a something and a something are different because. So we're going to have a go at filling in those missing gaps. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. There we go. So it says there's no limit on how many of these sentences you can fill in, but how many similarities and differences can you think of? Let's have a look together. So I've started here and I've said a reptile and a fish are similar because they both have scaly skin. So they both have scales, don't they? I've used those pictures to help me with that one. So that's why they're similar. They've got those things the same. Now I'm going to have a look at the differences. So it says here, a bird and an amphibian are different because birds can't swim, but amphibians can. Okay, now I'd like you to have a go at those sentences. So if it helps, pause the video on this bit so you can see the sentence templates. I'll make sure that I put them up on the website as well so you can have a look on there if you'd like to. but I want you to talk about the similarities and the differences between the different types of animal. And I want you to use this special word because. Why are they different, or why are they the same? I can't wait to see your sentences, and I'll see you later. Bye.